Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Max24, and February has come and gone. We have now entered the month of March, and with the new month means a new haul video. The series of videos where I show you all of the things that I bought in that last month. But before we get into that, before I show you all of the movies and stuff that I picked up in the month of February, please like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, all that other stuff us YouTubers tell you guys to do. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I upload some TikToks and on Facebook, barely ever on Instagram. Follow me on subscribe to me here. And with that, let's get into my monthly haul video. So, February was not a huge month for me. It was a little bit bigger than it was in January, but again, it was just a light, slow beginning to the year. Anything that I picked up, if you picked up that, let me know. Or if you're like, oh my gosh, why'd you pick that up, Max? What the heck's wrong with you? Why are you doing this? Let me know. That's what the comments are there for. But without further ado, I'll stop talking. Well, I'm actually going to talk a lot more, but I'll jump right into all the things that I picked up. So first up, I picked up Lionsgate Limited Third Man. Now, Lionsgate Limited is this new Lionsgate like steelbook seller that they have just started doing slowly. They started with some of the Quentin Tarantino movies, Apocalypse Now, and now they've jumped into Third Man, and then the next movie on my list as well that I'm going to grab. But this is just a nice little steelbook. I don't know what Third Man is. I've never heard of it. I have no idea what this film is. It's a black and white film. I'm excited to check it out, though. Again, it's a really nice steelbook, and I just had to pick it up because, you know, I got to support any studio's foray into physical media as much as I can because I love physical media and I want it to stay. It comes with a little booklet, too. Let's see if I can get the booklet out without taking the entire thing out. Yep, see, it comes with a little booklet. There we go, with a bunch of just information about the movie. But yeah, if you've seen this movie, let me know how it is. Then, the other Lionsgate Limited release this month was You're Next. It looks like it's a horror film from a couple years back. I have no idea what this is either, but again, it's a beautiful steelbook, and again, I just want to support Lionsgate's foray into physical media. Let me know if this is good. Let me know if it's a bad movie. You know, let me know that because some of you have probably seen it, others probably haven't. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. So, then I picked up Paper Moon Criterion Collection. I really enjoyed this movie. I watched it for the first time at a friend's house. For like a movie marathon, I was like, hey, I should add this to my collection. It's already in my digital movie library, but I thought I might as well get it physically too. I really like this movie. It's about this con man and this kid going around and just kind of conning people, and it's great. I love it. It's so funny. It's so well done. Great acting. This kid is a legend. All right, I want to be her when I grow up. Yeah, if you have not seen this, I'd recommend it. I think it's really good. It's an older movie. I don't know exactly when it came out, but it's black and white, so definitely recommend it. And the Criterion Collection version is really nice and fancy. It even comes with some nice little like photos and stuff. Then I picked up One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, but the European version, because this movie is impossible to track down in the US. Seriously, I don't understand why it's so hard to find a physical copy of this movie. It's such a classic, such a good film. Jack Nicholson is just phenomenal in this movie. More people need to watch it. And I don't know, like, re-release this or something, please. I don't know why it's so hard, all right? I don't even know if this is going to play on my Blu-ray player, but I just needed it in my collection. I needed it in my library, so I'm glad I have it. God, seriously, such a good freaking movie. Then I picked up Robert Eggers' latest movie, Nosferatu. This movie, in Steelbook as well. This movie's a lot. It's a lot. It's a wild. It's a creepy, gross, disgusting movie, but so freaking well done. Such a good movie. Robert Eggers did it again. He just blew me away. I don't think there's really many Robert Eggers movies that I have disliked. They're all very weird. They're all very well done, and he just continues to do some top-notch films. Seriously, this is so good. So freaking good. I don't know if I'd ever rewatch it, but it was still really good, and I'm glad I watched it once. And then I picked up Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. This is the latest Lord of the Rings movie, and it's animated. It's an anime Lord of the Rings movie. Nobody really talked about it. Nobody really went and saw it. And I watched it, and it was fine. Right? It took me like 2 days to watch it, because it was fine. It really just felt like it was a fantasy anime that then they decided to shoehorn Lord of the Rings into. Kind of feels like it exists to keep the rights to. It's not bad, but it's definitely not Lord of the Rings. All right? It's not. All right? If I was going to... I'm not probably going to watch it for Lord of the Rings Marathon. I'm probably not going to remember it much. I wouldn't even really recommend going and rushing out and watching it unless you're like a super diehard Lord of the Rings fan. But even then, like, it's fine. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but when you connect the Lord of the Rings brand to it, it kind of institutes a certain level of quality that this film just doesn't have. It doesn't, it just feels like any other standard fantasy anime that we've been watching for years. Let me know if you absolutely loved it, because I didn't. but I like the Steelbook, and again, I'm a completionist, so I might as well have added to my collection. Then I picked up Constantine in 4K. This is a DC movie from back in like the early 2000s. Keanu Reeves plays Constantine. Probably a horrible pick. I've never actually seen this movie, but when they announced the Steelbook and they're announcing they're making a second one, I'm like, I might as well jump onto it. And the Steelbook's really nice, really well done. It's like nicely embossed and stuff. Let me know if Constantine's good. All right. I'm not expecting great things because it's, again, an older DC movie. DC doesn't really have a great track record if it's not a movie following Batman or Superman, so I'm worried. But they're making a sequel, so they must have some faith in it. Yeah, we'll see. Then I picked up The Nice Guys in 4K. This is Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe as just little they're detectives, right? Yeah, they're detectives. I've only seen clips of this movie. I never actually sat down and watched the full thing, but I'm gonna finally do that because I've heard good things. I've heard it's a great time, and who doesn't love me? Who doesn't love Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe? All right, they're just a great duo. So then I picked up Wicked on Steelbook. This movie was simply phenomenal. Seriously, this blew me away. I did not know much about Wicked. I only really know Wizard of Oz, so I didn't know what to expect going into this movie, but oh my gosh, was it so freaking good. The music was great. It was beautifully well made. I can't wait for part 2. It needs to come sooner rather than later. If you dislike Wicked's Broadway production, check this out. If you like musicals, you're going to love this movie. If you just want to have a good time, you're going to like this movie. Seriously, it's so good. And the Steelbook's really pretty. All right, the back's kind of boring, but the front's gorgeous. Seriously, highly recommend. Then the next couple movies were some upgrades to my MCU collection, because my big thing is I want to get all the MCU movies in Steelbook. I'm slowly doing that. So these are just Steelbooks. I already own these movies, but I upgraded them to the Steelbook because I found the Steelbooks for cheap. First, we got Thor Ragnarok Steelbook. All right, really fancy, nicely embossed. Thor Ragnarok is one of the best MCU movies. It's just such refreshing new take on Taika Waititi injected some nice, much-needed love, some much-needed heart, some much-needed energy into the Thor franchise. I just wish he was able to carry that to Thor Love and Thunder. I don't know what happened there, but this really set up an interesting, fun Thor, and again, it's still one of the best MCU movies they have done, and I want more things like this. And the Steelbook's pretty nice too, right? It's kind of not super advanced or exciting, but it's still a nice Steelbook. Then I upgraded Captain America Civil War. This is the third Captain America movie. It's a really good film. All right, just bringing all these characters together, and it's a really nice Steelbook. But bringing all these characters together, having them duke it out over the Sokovia Accords, having them, go at it, like having the Avengers get torn apart is the whole reason that they lost in Infinity War was this film. The introduction of Spider-Man, Black Panther, all of this was just so well done, and I really enjoyed this film. Winter Soldier is still the best Captain America, but this is easily the second best. Then I got Avengers: Age of Ultron, probably the weakest of the Avengers movies, but still it's a good time. It's an Avengers movie. Who doesn't love some Avengers? All right, and it's just fun. With Ultron is a decent villain. Vision's a fun introduction. Scarlet Witch, we get to see her joining the team, and she's been great ever since. All right, this is just it's a decent follow up. It was never gonna match the heights of the first one, and it definitely pales in comparison to Infinity War and Endgame, but still. It's a decent follow-up. It's a good continuation of the franchise and really adds and builds up to what's going to be an exciting next step. Then the final movie I picked up, another upgrade, is Captain America: The Winter Soldier. The best Captain America movie, probably one of the best MCU movies they have done. Seriously, such a good freaking time. God, I love every second of this movie. So good. Tore apart SHIELD. Huge movie. The Winter Soldier. Bucky is back. It's just everything about this movie just works, and it's one that I will rewatch. I will rewatch whenever it's on. I will sit there. I will pay attention. I will not take my eyes off of it. Oh my gosh, so freaking good. But yeah, that is all of the movies I picked up in the month of February. There really weren't many video games I picked up because it really was a light video game month. Yeah, it's just, I picked up like Civ 7, but that's digital, so can't really show that one off. But yeah, let me know in the comments what I picked up that you're like, oh my gosh, why'd you pick that up? Or, oh my gosh, that is amazing. Let me know things you picked up in the comments below. That's what they're there for. Please like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, all that, just all the ones of us YouTubers tell you guys to do. And I hope to see you in the next.